Well, that was fun. Just got to run across the whole small town of Etna because I realised I left my wall plug charger at the laundromat this morning. So just as I got to the cafe to finally sit down and have breakfast and have coffee and chill out, having had a shower last night and done my laundry this morning and gone to the 2 grocery stores to get all my resupply stuff done, packaged it all, got it ready, literally ready to hike out whenever I want. Sat down at the cafe to plug in my devices and charge them up. That would be the last thing I had to do, and I couldn't find my wall plug, and it's on the complete opposite side of town, so I had to leave my pack there and go for a run. I didn't even have my shoes on, so I had my sandals and just ran about a mile in my sandals, which was interesting. Not too bad. So, a little introduction to barefoot running, I guess. Otherwise, Etna's been good. I just camped in the park last night. They have $5 camping there, and they have a shower and stuff available. So I did that. Unfortunately, there was quite a few drunk hikers. Came in around midnight and were still making noise around 2 a.m. So that was unfortunate. I didn't get a very good night's sleep. I was up at about 5:30 packing up to head down to the laundromat and get my stuff done there. But for now, I'm going to get that coffee, go and get some food, and relax for a couple of hours, wait till that hottest part of the day before I head out. We have some fires coming up too, some new fires. It looks like it's going to be challenging to negotiate. It's going to test my commitment to the unbroken footpath to Canada, but we'll see how we go. So I had an accidental zero yesterday. I blame the cafe in town here in Etna. When I finally got to relax there after getting all my morning chores done, like laundry and resupply and all that kind of stuff, I ran back to get my wall plug charger from the laundromat and then back. I finally got some food and sat down. It was getting pretty warm and it was hot inside the cafe. They ended up closing all the windows and the doors and turning the air conditioning on. And I thought, oh, good, it's going to be air conditioned. I can sit here for a while. An hour later, I was sitting there sweating and just thought, this is ridiculous, and had a look at their aircon and it wasn't working. I said to them, look, I can fix this. This is sort of what I do, and I can definitely fix it. I know you guys are busy. And they said, oh yeah, we are really busy. We'll have a look at it later. And I just went, all right. So I picked up my stuff and I went to the Pay Street Brewery, and the air conditioning there was working, the Wi-Fi was good, and the beer was cold. And I just couldn't bring myself to leave. I just sat there all day, just hanging out. Hikers came and went. Once they actually packed up, got outside, put sunscreen on, got offered a ride, was good to go. And I actually just said, no, don't worry about the ride. I think I'm going to stay. So it was rough trying to find somewhere to stay last night. I ended up staying at this hiker's hut place. You camp in their backyard and have showers and stuff, so it wasn't too bad, but everywhere else was full. Even the park where I stayed the night before was closed for some family function, family reunion. I booked it out. So today it's 6 a.m. And I'm on the side of the road here waiting for a hitch, and it's slim pickings so far. It's Sunday morning, 6 a.m. There's not a lot of traffic. I've had one car so far, and it was a Mini, a legit old Mini, so yeah, they won't fit me in, but hopefully soon the car will come and I can get back on trail. Alrighty, 1,600 miles. That's, I don't know, 2,000 and something kilometres. 1,860-ish something miles is 3,000 kilometres. So I didn't leave anything behind there. Back out on trail. I really didn't want to be. I could have so easily stayed in Etna another day in a quiet little town and just drank coffee in the morning and beer in the afternoon. But it's funny how I feel now that I'm back on the trail, because it's not that I didn't want to come back out. I could have just stayed in town, slept in, rested, just hung out. But it was also, so there's some crap going on up ahead. There's the fire closure north of Ashland has reopened, but they've just put in a new one south of Ashland. I haven't researched the exact details about it yet because I've got to get to Syed Valley yet, which will take me 2.5 days. But what I'm hearing is that the closure is actually from the trailhead in Syed Valley now. And hearing stories of hikers trying to hike around and with respirators on and wet bandanas across their eyes, which makes no freaking sense. Yes, the smoke burns your eyes, but if you cover them up with a bandana, you're not going to see very well, are you? Not if the smoke's that thick. And people are saying, there's a network of trail angels just giving hitches and rides from Syed Valley out to Ashland, and people are skipping, and some people are skipping straight from Etna all the way up, and it's just, people get so worked up. And yes, we're about to hit another heat wave. We did get a little bit of a reprieve for a couple of days. It was still hot, but not as hot. Yes, it's another heat wave, and you start listening to all the crap, and it makes it sound like it's almost impossible to come back out here, and that it just sounds ridiculous. That yes, it's dangerous, it's this, it's that. Like, the second I got back out and stepped foot back on this trail, I was like, oh yeah, it's just walking. So, that's all it is. It's just, the trail's still here, we're just walking on it. I don't know what the fires will hold up ahead, but it always seems a lot easier to deal with it once you're back on the trail. In town, it somehow becomes bigger than Ben Hur, and it becomes very, very challenging for some reason. The hills look bigger, everything looks harder. But the second you're back out here, you're like, that's right, it's just one foot in front of the other. So, yeah, what will be will be. I've told myself I will take whatever alternates I have to maintain my footpath from Mexico to Canada. So I may have some shitty road walks I have to do, but as I said, I'll figure that out in a couple of days when I get there and find out what the latest doom and gloom on it is. It's funny seeing how much it annoys people and how frustrated they get. And it's like, well, there's closures every year. You knew it was going to happen. It's inevitable it's going to happen. We've already gone around a bunch of closures, so it's not like it's stopping us from actually doing the PCT, the entire trail. No one can ever do the full PCT because there's always closures. There's Idlewild closures, there's closures for endangered frogs, there's always alternates, and you can certainly walk every open mile of PCT and then walk all the alternates and join any footsteps up. That's what I try and do, but yeah, I don't think anyone in 1 year will ever be able to do the entire PCT without leaving it, without having to do some other section of trail because of any number of reasons. So anyway, it just feels funny to be back on trail and there's nothing to this. It's just walking. Even if sometimes the walking sucks, or it's uphill like it is now. Well, it's beautifully cool in the shade at the moment. Managed to get out of town and be hiking by 7, so it's not too bad. I still should have got downtown yesterday, but let's face it, it just didn't happen. Obviously I needed the 0 and I probably could have used another one, but the longer you spend there, the harder it is to get out. But I think I'm just repeating myself now, so I'm gonna leave it 1,600 miles. Let's keep going.
These are lizards and they're swimming. This guy in the center here, you see his legs, he's got a tail like a fish. And they swim along. And then they dive down. But they have legs. It's fish with legs. It's crazy. There's another one back here, just coasting along top. There's a whole bunch of them in there. It's bizarre.
A lot of the time when you're out here, after so long the views tend to sort of all blur together. And every now and then you get a panorama that kind of stops you in your tracks and makes you go, Jesus, where the hell am I? I mean, it's pretty ridiculous really. It's such a shame that I've already forgotten so much of this, and by tomorrow I won't be able to remember what this looks like. So you try and take it in while you can, your head's on a swivel, just sort of looking around and trying to remember it all, just cast it into your memory forever, but I just don't think it's possible. So that's when you get your phone out and you stick it on the end of a pole and you take a stupid little selfie video like this. So at least you'll always remember what a dick you were when you were here.
These pants I picked up at the dollar store in Etna. So good. So happy to have thin, cotton, loose, baggy pajama pants again. They're not exactly outdoorsy, but they're a hell of a lot cooler and a hell of a lot more comfortable than wearing the merino wool long johns. They're just way too warm at the moment. So I am stoked with these. I tried to get them in Burnie and couldn't, but Etna had them. So happy.